sat in there for like an hour. It was awesome. I could just, when I sit in the sauna, the dry sauna or the wet sauna, I just can literally feel my cells talking to me saying, thank you, we needed this cleanse, thank you, it's been too long. I can feel, that's how I feel like they're talking to me. The voices in my head. People are afraid of what they don't understand. Yeah. So sometimes I want to come on here and just do a quick video. Sometimes it'll be long. And this one's just going to be a little bit longer. So Jen, when you go to put this on YouTube or whatever, it's going to, you're probably going to have to put it on a couple different parts. But anyway, being present for others. Kimberly, yeah, I love that. Being present for others. The only way that this perspective can be really applied in a practical way in your life today is when you are willing to let go. That's not the only way, I suppose, but a really powerful way is when you can distinguish your own willingness to let go of anything that contradicts to this. Like, be willing to let go of identifying yourself as anything other than just this moment. So if who I am is this moment, and that's all I am, then I'm not my body anymore. So my thoughts and my feelings aren't me. I can have them, but there's that psychological distance between who I really am, which is who? Who am I really? Who are you really? Who are we? We're just this moment. So we can have that psychological distance between just this moment and thoughts, feelings, moods, and emotions that we falsely identify ourselves as that trigger us. That's when we're not present anymore. We're in that reactive state now, and we're going to be putting ourselves and everybody at a disadvantage. Although it might feel good to be right or make someone else wrong or feel justified. I mean, I'll admit I do it sometimes still. I still do it sometimes, but it may feel really good to be justified and validated, but it's always going to leave us at a disadvantage. And so here we have these people, these business owners, these highly talented artistic musicians and magicians and creators and artists and business owners and team leaders and sales gurus and sales leaders, managers, parents who are just, they wake up and they work hard and they grind hard and they go right into the system and they work their job so that they can make some money, so that they can hopefully pay the bills, and they feel like life's going to get better at some point in the future. It's not going to get better. It's not going to get better if you just go grind it out harder and work harder and keep and hold on to and remain in this state where you're unwilling to just let go of things that aren't actually you and that you have no control over. Instead, they just try to overwork. It's like an overcompensation, and I just see it so obviously, and I see it as such a huge, like, what a cost. Like, what a huge cost to waste away priceless time. Like, you've heard me say it. Money is one thing that, like, who cares? But I mean, I'm not saying it's not important, but money is one thing. But when you waste time dealing with and working through unnecessary resistance and unintentionally generated dissonance that you're unaware of where you're doing it, and then just grind yourself and put yourself out harder, sacrifice more and harder and longer and suffer more just to, like, increase your production across the board. That just feels so unnecessary, and it is totally unnecessary. Ego talking. Got to jump off. We'll be back. Loving this. Yeah, thank you, Jen. Not a waiter, LOL. What are you saying here? A creator. Oh, Kimberly, yeah. Let's go. Let's go. This is so powerful. It's going to be a long process, but so amazing. It is a long process, but so, well, I mean, it's a long process because it's literally the rest of your life. Like, once you get this perspective, and you commit to living this way, you're going to unleash clarity and power and results and production and money and maybe even like notoriety, and the impact that you leave on people will go so much deeper. The impression that you leave people with will be so much more unforgettable. And I literally am declaring to you and to the world that I'm willing to let go of anything that conflicts with this perspective. Even my own life. Like, I don't feel any fear of death because I'm not my body. I don't fear losing any relationship because I'm not my relationship. I'm not, I like all that stuff, that my body, any other human being, anything that this whole entire planet has to offer, it's all going to change. It's all just coming and going. It's going to ebb and flow. It's all going to be destroyed at one point. It doesn't last forever. Okay, cool, you get a cool car. Who cares? Like, who cares? Like, I at one point was like, I want to have a Lamborghini Aventador, and once I have my Lamborghini Aventador, I'll be able to be happy. I'll be able to know that I'm okay, and I'll be able to know that I've achieved the success that I want, and that I don't have to feel like inadequate in the presence of others because I haven't made it. And I wanted the Lamborghini for that purpose, not even realizing that the Lamborghini, just like anything, any cool house or any amount of money or my body or anything, all that stuff, anything the world has to offer, including your physical body, is going to change and go away, and it's going to be gone. And in 1,000 years from now, which really, who knows if that's even a long time. It occurs to us like 1,000 years is a long time. It could be that much. It could be that long. All this stuff that's changing, it ain't going to be but a fart in the wind. It ain't even going to be but a fart in the wind. It's like my favorite thing to say. Drop the bomb. I'm with you, Parker. What up, Lee? Lee's an old buddy from my sales career. Yeah, I'm dropping bombs today, people, and it's not even about like. I usually get on here on my on this podcast and say, and you're like, podcast? This is Facebook. Yeah, the content gets distributed among all of the platforms, and I highly recommend you do the same. Those of you who are building a brand and understand the future of what's happening right now in society, like Facebook is the new TV. I don't know. YouTube is the new TV. Podcast is the new radio. Instagram is the new magazine. This is like from like 20 years back. People were into magazines. They loved them. Yeah, Instagram is the new magazine. So why not develop a message and a brand and sharpen your message and continually improve it by sharing it, and then proliferate and distribute your message across all those major platforms and build a single uniform message and brand? Why not do that? Because in 5 years from now, you're going to wish you had. Because right now, I really wish I had done it 5 years ago. And I did a little bit, but I didn't understand how important it is. I promise you, if you're in the world of transformation or leadership or business, or you're wanting to actually make money from your art, whether that's music or anything, plan for the next 5 years by starting now. And you're like, oh, but my message sucks. It doesn't sound as good. Yeah, it's going to suck, and no one's going to watch for the first several months. Like if you go back like years back and look at my stuff from 2 years ago, you're going to probably see a guy who's not even close to the level of clarity I have now. But how did I get that clarity? Just sharing the message. So there's another invitation for you. Get off of my live stream. Once you do get off of my live stream and you're done consuming content, go create your own. Go share what I'm sharing in your own words. Go disagree with what I'm saying and share your own perspective that's totally disagreement of what I'm saying, but share it nevertheless. like go do something. Man, I used to get feedback from different people in my life that I thought I needed their approval because for whatever reason. And it would be like negative feedback on my stuff. And I would actually listen to it like, oh man, maybe I shouldn't share that message. Maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe going on Facebook Live and putting myself out there and opening up and being vulnerable. Man, maybe that's not what I should do because other people don't approve and I need their approval. And because I you know what I mean? Like it's not like, what a weak thing to do to myself, you know? And I forgive myself for that and I don't do it anymore. So look, if you're my mom, you can share your opinion, okay? If I've paid you for your opinion, share your opinion. Like, how easy is it to give advice to somebody, you know? It's really easy to give advice, but I'm not going to hear it if you're giving me advice. If someone's giving me advice, like I had a friend just yesterday give me some advice on something. I didn't ask him for it. And my response, and it was in a text message, hey, you should do this. And I know he's got the best of intentions for me, but the way I responded was, okay, thanks. By the way, that's a little trick too. It's a way that you can come across, and it's a way that you can be sincere and gracious and also end that conversational thread. If you notice, when someone says thank you, that's an indication that that conversation is done. But you don't have to say, this conversation's done. Don't say that. You don't have to say that. You can just say, okay, thanks. And then shut up. Because that's it. Like, they were heard, thank you, and it's done. That's something that I learned from Kevin Nations, early mentor of mine about 5 years ago. I think I paid him like 50 grand or something to teach me just a few little powerful things. And what's going on, Curtis? But let's see here. As we're opening our new Portland location, getting a little Parker window more. Nice, dude. Thank you, Curtis. I love it, man. Thank you. Love you, bro. Dude, Curtis, man. What a freaking guy. Anyway, I paid this dude about $50,000 to just give me a few little nuggets that are going to serve me and make me tons of money for the rest of my life. And one of the main things I learned from him is like less is more. And it's like the power when you're coaching someone or helping assisting somebody or helping lead them or guide them in some way and empowering them. The power comes in your listening and not necessarily in what you're saying. Least I don't know how to say that. Most of your power comes in your ability to not talk. And so he would always say on your sales calls, have your finger ready on that mute button and use it. Hit the mute button and then talk and tell them what you think and tell them what's so and tell them how you see it and make sure that they understand how you see it and do all that stuff. And then when you're done with all that stuff, then unclick the mute button and get back to being in their world and serving the person that you're with. Right? Which is just kind of a cool way of saying, shut up. And if you have something that you feel like you have to say for yourself, write it down and go do your own work on it later. And while you're with that person, be an effective human being.